Welcome back to News 3 today at 11. It's the beginning of a new era at Georgia's oldest public historically black college and university. And it starts with Dr. Jermaine Whirl, the youngest HBCU president in the nation. After a little more than a month at the helm, he sits down with us this morning to recap his experience so far and talk about his plans for the future of the beloved institution. Thank you so much for being here today.
Kim, thank you for having me.
Well, first of all, you hit the ground running as the 15th president of Savannah State University. As soon as you stepped on campus, you received a warm welcome from the students, a unique warm welcome.
It was a surprise, to be honest. We were actually heading into a faculty senate meeting. I was talking to our chief financial officer, and then boom, as soon as I hit the door, this beautiful chant occurred. But just great energy, so much love, and you know, it's been mutual. I really love the students in the community.
And it shows. You entered this position with some experience behind you after being the president at Augusta Technical College. And let's talk about some of your accomplishments there, because you saw a record enrollment of new first-year students and a 20.3% increase between the fall of 2021 and the fall of 2024. That is incredible.
Absolutely. You know, it's a team effort. You know, we had a bold vision to be a nationally recognized institution of higher ed. My time there, we had First Lady Joe Biden was on my campus, so just some very historic, prominent things that really showcased the great things that were happening, not only at the college, but also in the community.
You're no stranger to this area. You grew up in Charleston,
That's
but
right.
You came down this way, spent some time in Savannah. Let's talk about your connection to our area.
Yeah, so in 2011, I had the great honor of being the Dean of Adult Education at Savannah Tech. Was my first place deanship. I was 26,
Wow.
my first deanship at the time. Recently married with my wife, and we were here for about 4 years. You know, living and working in the community was a great way for me to get connected to Goodwill and all of these other community partners. Worked with Step Up Savannah, finished my second master's degree at Armstrong at the time. So, you know, to be able to come back almost 14 years later and to see how this area has grown has just been a delight.
You're an Aspen Fellow. What does that mean?
Yeah, so Aspen, they have a very prestigious program study for presidents, and you have to apply. It's nationally recognized, and I was a part of the 2019 cohort, 2020 cohort, actually during COVID.
Okay.
I should remember that. But the 2020 cohort and 40 presidents were selected to go through a year-long program to really learn the best practices in our industry. And so I was very fortunate and really, really enjoyed that program.
You started this position with several goals for the next decade, including having Savannah State become a top 25 HBCU by 2035.
Absolutely. You know, when you look at our current rankings today, we're sitting at 51 out of 77 HBCUs in the country. And so I always said, I believe we're better than 51. But we have to showcase that. We have to do the things to prioritize our ranking and then really better tell our story. And so we'll begin to do those with strategic planning and really getting the institution shape so that we'll begin to move up those rankings.
Aside from getting to know the campus, you're getting to know the community again. You're reintroducing yourself to the community, and you are not stopping. I mean, have you had a chance to catch your breath just yet?
Yeah, about 5 hours a night.
Because we're taking a look at one of the first events that you attended, and that was the SSU Scholarship Gala.
Absolutely. Beautiful gala. Thank you for being one of the co-hosts of that. A great opportunity for us to really showcase the best of what's happening at the institution and really showing the awareness that we have phenomenal students, but we also know that they have needs. And so bringing folks in to provide resources to help our students get across the finish line and eventually become, you know, gainfully employed. That's the goal.
Over the weekend, you spent time at First Tabernacle with Praise with the President. That was another opportunity for people to get to know you.
Yeah, you know, for me, I'm a church guy.
Yeah.
Grew up in the church. Mother's an evangelist, and so that was a great experience. But really, to see our students, what I would say, getting trained holistically, right? So we provide the education, the natural piece, but to have that spiritual connection with our local pastor, Pastor Osborne. Shout out to you, sir. Great experience. We want to continue to do that with other ministries around town.
One of the things that you did when you came to campus was you started this town hall, the first one with the chancellor.
Correct.
And during that town hall, you addressed some of the concerns that the community has regarding the institution, one of which is a merger that has been talked about for years.
Yeah.
Update us on that.
Yeah, I think the chancellor was able to settle that concern, you know, letting people know that the permanency of Savannah State is there, There is no conversations in the Board of Regents in Atlanta or Governor's office that we will ever be merged. We have a tremendous story to tell. We have a rich history, and this is a new opportunity for us to really showcase that and really grow the institution for years to come.
Let's talk about some of the biggest challenges that you think you will face and how you plan on overcoming those obstacles.
Yeah, I think the biggest challenge is just turning a ship and really just, encouraging our employees to know that we have a great culture. We've had a lot of transitions of leadership, a lot of interims. And so when you go through that, really morale building, team building, collegiality, those are really the big things. But financially, we're in a great spot.
Okay.
Our enrollment is up. We have a lot of lingering partnerships. We have a lot of major donors that are at the table. And so I'm actually trying to catch up because people are ready to run with us. And so really, how do we get our inside baseball together so that we can really take advantage of these opportunities? That's the goal.
Dr. Whirl, thank you so much for the conversation. Not a question, but a statement. Happy anniversary, belated.
Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you so much for joining us today.
Absolutely.
Stay with us. You're watching News 3 Today at 11. We'll be right back.